What is up, you guys? My name is Max, or better known as MPH Bricks, and welcome back to part 2 of building the ultimate Lego collection, Lego Star Wars collection room. As you guys saw in the first video, I started off by getting some bookcases, kind of dispersing my Star Wars collection everywhere, and in this video I'm going to be expanding by new additions to bookcases and displays. And also, as you guys can see from that wasn't in the first video, is I lit up the entire bookcase. So we're going to be doing a little tutorial on going through all of that and more in the video.
I just want to start off by saying a huge thank you to all of the likes, comments, views on the first part of this video. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm happy to have you guys along for the journey. So right now I'm going to put the camera into 0.5, and we're going to kind of show the progress of what the room looks like right now. Not sure if I'm supposed to talk on this part, but essentially, in the first part, from what you guys saw, we got all of these installed with the doors. We got the minifigure displays set up on the wall, and then we kind of just did some general organizing of the room, primarily just putting sets in the cases. As you guys know, we still do have some more sets all just dispersed in these bins in the closet, and that is where these two IKEA packages come in. So right here, we have another Billy bookcase, just like the other ones in the display. And then on this side, which is kind of out of the camera, is a different type of bookcase slash display piece. I'm doing an experiment. This is the Calyx is the name of it. So it's different from the Billy system. IKEA has their names with all the different stuff. This one is called Calyx, and it actually has a little bit of a wider base, which is going to be perfect for the UCS Venator. I have plans of kind of doing like a little tiny setup here with the Venator, some storage stuff on the bottom, maybe some glass doors on the Calyx cases to display some sets in. But essentially, this just came in the mail from IKEA. So I want to kind of, I guess, do a little vlog of me putting these together, give you guys some tips if you guys are watching this and going to be using it for your Lego display. It's super easy. There's instructions. There's a couple tools that you guys might want to use to make it better. But overall, I mean, it's just basic stuff. And so, yeah, let's start out with that one. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Calyx bookcase. This is what I wanted to show you guys, what I'm doing with the UCS Venator, my thought process through that. We're going to build this, but I'm going to show you guys a couple essential tools that will just make this streamline, honestly. An impact with the Phillips head, a little rubber hammer mallet, and also just a flathead screwdriver. I'll kind of just go through the build process and explain why you need these, but essentially just makes things faster. But this is going to be funny because I'm probably not opening this the right way, but who cares? So for the actual Calyx, the power tool with an actual Allen head is what you're going to need. They do give you a tool, but it just makes it so much easier to just do that. So use the power tool for the Allen or Phillips head, that kind of stuff. You use the mallet for the actual dowels, and then you use the screwdriver for the Billy bookcases. Has this like locking design. I'll throw a video up right now of it where you actually screw in some stuff and then you lock it in place with this. That's why you need that, but it just makes things going a lot faster. Okay, so I was a little skeptical about the height when I was building it, but actually, my vision of what this was going to look like over here is better than I expected. So the reason I got the Calyx instead of the Billy bookcase is because this measurement right here is 10 inches, and the actual stand of the Venator from where the wing is touching the wall to here, probably about like 13 inches. So this is like a 15-inch depth. So I wanted to get something specific to actually display the Venator on. And I'm going to put a picture on the screen right now. You can actually get glass doors for this display case. So it's kind of like a two-in-one. It serves as a stand for the Venator. You can also install glass shelves like this, keep it dust free, keep it nice and looking. And for this part, I kind of wanted to show the difference of if you want the Billy bookcase versus the Calyx. The Calyx, they make bigger ones and longer ones. It's the same thing as the Billy. Everything's very modular. So this was just kind of something different that I wanted to try for the room. My desk and chair and everything is obviously black. This is a wood color, but I don't know. I think it looks really nice in this little corner. We'll give it a little 0.5, as you can see me in the reflection. But now let's actually go build the Billy bookcase, and I'll show you the difference of those, because in all honesty, I think the Billy bookcase has a way stronger and better quality than the Calyx. But you guys will see both options and you could judge from what you think. So, go ahead and put this. Inside portions. Yeah, there should only be 3 of them. I'm a visual learner, and I'm going to show you why you needed these tools. That's that. When you put this in here, you're going to use that. And then when you're doing the locking mechanism, this goes in here and you use the flathead to turn it. Top is facing upward. Now you do all your locking mechanisms. Next part, put this in here. Use the hammer, and then you use the locking part, which looks like a nail. And that secures the back.
So I have this little Amazon mic that I have clipped on my shirt, which just helps with the audio being better. And I accidentally didn't have it charged or turned on. And I recorded a bunch of progress on these new Billy bookcases, and there's no audio. And I was watching the video while I was editing, and I was like, I just have to re-record like an update because it just looks horrible and you can't really understand what I'm talking about. But essentially, I installed this Billy bookcase and I was like, man, I need something else here. So I got another slim one, which is the same one that I have in the corner. And then in my video, I was kind of doing a time lapse of all of the sets that I've been kind of putting on the shelves. So I'll give you guys a little bit of an overview. We have some stuff up here, some stuff up here. We have like a little Clone Wars battle right here with all of my clone troopers. This is actually the solid bricks recolor of the Coruscant Guard gunship, and I did buy his like printed tiles that you can put on the side of the gunship. I am obsessed with that model. Then we have some episode 1, and this is technically episode 2, X-Wing, some other stuff. And then this is kind of just like miscellaneous. A lot of this is like battle packs and different things like that. A bunch of a bunch of minifigures, the BD, and then some miscellaneous minifigures. So that's essentially where we are right now with the display. So I got those. Unfortunately, I don't have enough room right here to get one big one instead of the small one. So there's either going to be a gap or I'm going to get another slim one and kind of just angle it a little bit just so it kind of like wraps around. But we haven't gotten that too far yet. But the next part, which is going to be a flashback for you guys, is installing the lighting in the bookcase. So what you guys saw was the lighting for this one. And I purchased new lighting for this one. I purchased new doors and lighting for this one, which hasn't come in yet at the time I'm recording this. So we're going to do a little bit of flashback. I'm going to kind of walk you guys through lighting all of the bookcases and stuff like that. It looks incredible. And then after all of that, we're going to go back to this current time when I get the doors and lights for this. And then that'll probably be the end of the video for this part. The next part, I'm going to figure out some sort of lighting to put on here and here. Unfortunately, it's going to be exposed, but I have to do a little bit of research of how I want to do that. And then, I mean, realistically, I just want to keep expanding. Like, I have this whole room of stuff. Okay, so I'm going to be going over the actual lighting kit that I'm going to be using for the Billy bookcase. I'm going to put a picture on the screen right now of the Amazon link to what I actually purchased. This is going to be a test because I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but what's nice about this Amazon link is it comes, or this lighting kit, is it comes with a bunch of these little strips. And what I want to do is I want to put a bunch of them on each shelf on the top. Then they come with these connectors and you get about like 5 or 6 of these. So I'm thinking of like S-shape looping them. So like we'll put one on the shelf, we'll put a connector here to the other side, and then we'll put another one on the shelf. And then once it gets all the way to the bottom, they give you an option to do a click to start. You can also just completely take off the switch and just do a plug. So what I'm thinking is if I can get a couple more of these kits, I'll use one of these. Sorry if I'm like out of camera. I'll use one of these and then I can connect everything with these like big connectors. So it'll just be one switch. It may work, it may not. Regardless, I can just run a bunch of extension cords like behind the Billy bookcases to actually like install everything. So it's really not that deep, but I just wanted to kind of showcase this kit off because it's not just one continuous like 6 foot long LED strip. It has all of these different connection points and stuff, which I think is honestly going to work pretty well. I mean, that's how long the little wire piece is. All right, I'm going to chime in real quick just so you guys can see kind of what I'm doing with the lighting. So essentially I put the strip on and then I use the extension cable to bring it to the next side, put another strip on, use the extension cable, and then put another strip on. What's nice is these strips have double-sided tape. Where are they? Right here. Okay, so we got everything wired up. I actually kind of messed up a little bit. I started with the top portion that goes directly to the outlet. So I'm gonna have to figure out some system with like extension cables all the way up behind this and the connection to where you can kind of like not see it. My original plan was to have the connection to the actual LED strip on the bottom that goes to the outlet. So future reference, if you're gonna do this, maybe start from the bottom, unless you wanna start from the top and then have everything behind the bookshelf. Probably the best option because I have some outlets behind here so I can kind of push these out a little bit, plug it into the outlet and be good. But moment of truth, let's see how this looks in the display case. Woo! Nice. Oh, this looks spectacular. Hold on, let me do this. Oh man, that looks so good. Does it look good on the camera? Oh, dude, it looks sick. Now, obviously, these cables, I need to use this to actually kind of just like hide them.
What I'm thinking about doing is there's little screw holes that you kind of connect the doors to. So I'm thinking maybe if I use the screw cable organizers, I can kind of just bunch them up and screw it in over there. It might be a better option, or you could use the, what is this, double-sided tape ones, just because obviously you don't want it to look like that. But I mean, I think they were 23 bucks. I mean, that looks sick, and it makes the display look so much nicer. So let's do a comparison. This is with the lights and this is without the lights. Sorry for the glare. Well, the glare is from the lights, but actually the lights kind of help with the glare, not gonna lie, because you could see right here, there's a little bit of a shadow, but then over here you have the lights. So I need to get more of these lights. Now the question is, I'm wondering if I should also do these lights on the ones that are gonna be exposed. Preferably, I wouldn't want to because you're gonna see all the wires, but I don't know. I mean, it looks really nice, so I could live with wires with a nice display like that. So I'm really excited. I mean, this looks really nice, and this was a test, so I still have to buy 2 more to actually put in the display, but whew, I mean, this looks really nice. I am really happy with this. Okay, so I am actually using the double-sided tape versions. You essentially just put them through the loop, double-side the tape, and then I'm actually gonna try to run the wire on the outside just so you can kind of not see it, because when you close it, if there's a little bit of a buildup of the wire on the outside, you can't really see with the door. And then I bring this portion down, I do another double-sided and kind of just like loop the wire a little bit and put it in there. So that's essentially what it looks like tied up, and then that's without tied up. So obviously there's a nice difference.
So now, as you guys just saw in the time lapse, I finished the 3rd bookshelf with the LED lights that I got off Amazon. They look incredible. I'm actually really happy that I routed everything on the top, because if I routed everything on the bottom, I would have to screw holes, put all the wires behind everything. To be honest, having everything on top has just made it so much easier. And then there is a little plug switch right here, which I use to turn on and off the display case. So it's super easy. I come in, just turn it on, leave it on. It looks incredible. Now, this display right here, I'm gonna get doors for. The same thing like this one and this one. However, IKEA actually has them on back order. So I have to wait until those are in stock. But I figured, you know what? I'm gonna do the lights because they're eventually gonna get lit up. And this just looks incredible. I am so happy with how this looks. Okay, gonna do a little bit of an overview of these stands that I got from AliExpress. I have a couple of them in the display. Right there's one, there's one. I don't know, there's another one somewhere. I think the ARC 170 has one. But essentially, these were super inexpensive. I bought this set on AliExpress, and I saw that they had a lot of other knockoff building block Lego sets. These were $3. If I brick link these parts, they would probably be like 15 or 20 bucks. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy it. I don't really care. It's literally the exact same thing. And this is what they look like. So this is the Fang Fighter. What's nice about these is you can move the position of the little Technic pins to make it like more flat or more angled. And then this part can just be like picked up and you can like move it like this depending on how you want to display it. Actually, I just saw another one. The X-Wing has it as well. This is a really affordable option for your display case to just have the ships look like they're kind of flying through the air in motion, and honestly it just makes the display look a lot nicer. Yeah, there's another one. The Y-Wing has one as well. Now, I do have a lot of these 3D printed stands. I do a lot of 3D printing, so I have some of them dispersed around the collection. Obviously, if you don't have access to a 3D printer, I mean, these are like $3. I think I ordered 8 of them now, and it comes with a QR code, with instructions, all that kind of stuff. So they're super easy to build. I also purchased a bunch of these plates. These are also knockoff. I think this bag was about $4 or $5. I purchased these to actually put the minifigures on display like this with their sets. So this would go essentially right there. I obviously don't have enough room for all the figures in there, so I wanted to kind of disperse them around. I am a little skeptical, just because I know with knockoff Lego pieces, it tends to break the heels of the minifigures. So I've been experimenting using these 1x2 plates and having the figures on them. This I think was like $5, so it's really affordable. However, I think I'm gonna brick link a bunch of official Lego 1x2s in black and just kind of protect the minifigures when they're sitting on this. The reason why is I think this one, if I can focus, has the tiniest little heel crack. And when I was putting it on, I heard the crunch. And this is like the old brittle um, brown color from Lego. So you're probably fine with this, but I am probably going to get a bunch of 1x2s. But I mean, this is great. I mean, AliExpress has so many good deals on stuff, and I've been honestly buying a lot of these just knockoff stands and like just little accessory things that like can add up super expensive when you're doing like a whole collection display like this. So it is a tool if you guys are interested in that. There's always a stigma of buying fake stuff, but I mean, I got the UCS Falcon, I got the TIE Interceptor, and then I got the UCS Naboo Starfighter. Those are the 3 AliExpress sets that I've got. Everything else is official Lego, and to be honest, like it's the exact same thing. This one has a little bit of a color variation, but I mean, you walk into the room and you see that Millennium Falcon, so it's like I don't really care that much, but yeah. So I've been experimenting with a lot of AliExpress stuff, and also Lego is just so expensive right now. It's crazy. Now going with my vision, it's kind of a mess, but we have some episode 1 sets, some Clone Wars episode 3. We have some display stuff, Mandalorian, Ahsoka, that kind of stuff. UCS, um, random stuff. This is like my little Rogue One section, some more display stuff. I'm gonna get some more of the MIDI scale stuff. I need to get the Falcon. I need to get the what's it called? The bubble looking ship. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name right now. I need to get that. I don't think I'm gonna get Kylo Ren's shuttle. I actually just recently sold his Lego set, the official one. It's a cool set, but I mean, I don't think it looks that nice for like a nice display piece like this. But and then that's the battle pack graveyard, I guess, of just a bunch of random battle pack builds, some more episode 3 stuff. Um I couldn't even tell you. Episode 1, my Clone Wars or clone collection, my clone collection, and then just like a little battle that I wanted to put apart, and then some Boba Fett, Mandalorian, and then we just have a bunch of different stuff. Oh, this actually is from TikTok Shop, so that's technically 4 AliExpress sets. Side note, but yeah, some UCS stuff. I'm thinking about maybe selling the Brick Vault. I'm thinking about maybe selling the Brick Vault UCS, their style of the Razor Crest, and getting the Lego official one because it's about to go out of retirement, or it's about to go into retirement. And I think they're about like $400. They've been going for some really good deals. So I was thinking about maybe getting the official Lego one. but they also have an AliExpress knockoff one, and I mean, this looks exactly like the official. So I guess the only gripe with this is the figure doesn't have the printed arms. But I mean, overall, I'm buying the UCS set for a display piece, so it looks nice. But that's essentially what the collection looks like. I think the next steps are going to be getting the doors. I want to put something over here, whether it's this facing the wall or another one of these slim ones kind of angled. Like something needs to go here. Maybe I get a bunch of shelves and I use the shelves to display sets. But essentially now the whole bookcase is essential. Right now, the whole bookcase is kind of filled up. So obviously with the backlog of sets that I have in my closet, I need some more room to kind of display new things. I still haven't gotten some of the new sets like the turbo tank and the MTT. So obviously want to display that stuff. So let me know what you guys think I should do. Let's do a little bit of a wide angle right here. Let's do a little bit of a wide angle. So let me know what you guys think I should do in this corner. I feel like I have enough room to fit one or two more of these like slim ones over here. This wall is essentially done. I still need to get some glass displays for the Calyx shelves in here. And then all of the F1 stuff is going to move to a bookshelf over here. I'm sorry. Am I disturbing you while I'm talking? Oh, little Paisley. Hi. Hi, little girl. This is Paisley. We just got her a couple weeks ago, and she loves this racing chair that I have for my gaming setup. And she probably does not like all of the talking I'm doing in here. And what's nice is I have all of the doors, so she can't go in and knock anything down. But yeah. So that is going to do it for part 2 of building the ultimate Lego Star Wars display room. I don't really know how I'm going to name this series. This episode mainly consisted of finishing off this side of the collection and then lighting up the Billy bookcases. I've seen a lot of different YouTube videos of other people lighting up their Billy bookcases. Some of them look a little complicated, some of them look easy. This is the method that I went with. I mean, $30 per light strip, so 30, 60, 90. It was $90 to kind of light all this up, plus an extension cord that I think was like $10 or $15. So about $100 to light everything up. I think that's pretty reasonable if you're going to be spending that type of money on a display like this. And I hope like the tips and tricks and the videos that I was showing you guys in this can help you guys if you're doing a collection at home. I appreciate the first part with all the likes and comments and everything like that. And I'm definitely going to start working on a part 3. I still need to do the doors. I want to finish off some stuff over there. If you guys are interested, I can document me putting like the F1 stuff on that side of the room. There's a lot of empty walls where I can hang shelves, use bookcases, that kind of stuff. So I definitely want to continue the series. And if you guys want to see more of that, just go ahead, like, comment on the video, definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next one.